Hello everyone, welcome back. So that's good. Now today's video is to react to Bright Side. I'm probably going to lose brain cells, but let's just get into the video. Let's go. Hello everyone. Now I have the video up on screen right now. You should be able to see my screen right now. This is the video right here. What if Titanic never sunk? Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I doing this to myself? You know what? I'm doing that for you guys to make it bigger. Let's go.
May 31st, 1911. The second Olympic-class liner is finally complete after 2 years of construction. It'll be ready for its first...
Also, guys, just a little thing, before we get on, just a little thing, I have a website called, in my link tree, it's called Titanic Historian website. It's pretty good. There's a historic travels video on there. It's a pretty good channel. Check it out. It's a pretty good one. You will like it.
Voyage a year later. It's the...
Excuse me, why was there a,
most luxurious ship in the world.
Yes. Yeah.
They call it Titanic.
What is that image in the world? What is that? 1, 2, 3 funnels I can see. 1,000 lifeboats. That's not how the windows were on the A deck and B deck promenade. The bridge just doesn't look right, and there's meant to be that, and that's a very long bow. It just doesn't look. That does not look right at all. Why?
You just read the groundbreaking news in the Daily Herald and decide to treat yourself
Titanic. Oh, what is that? Why
to a trip on this.
The portholes are all weird, and it just doesn't look right. That does not look right. You kind of got the windows right. Well, that was completely enclosed. That was, that would be all. Yeah, okay.
Floating gem. You head over to the White Star Line's headquarters in London to buy yourself a ticket. You get the cheapest first-class fare for...
I don't think the headquarters was in London. I think it was in Belfast and in Southampton. If you watch the Titanic movie, there's massive headquarters in Southampton. I don't think it was in London.
For £30. That would be over $4,500.
£30, that'd be £30. I did check that. I'll put it up on screen now. I'll check that.
Today.
If it's right or not.
Wednesday, April 10th, 1912.
Yes, you got the date right.
The day is finally here. You must be in Southampton at 9:30 a.m.
Was it 9:30 a.m.? I know.
Third-class passengers board the ship first. Then...
No, I thought first-class passengers board the ship first, and it was second and third.
The second and first classes follow an hour before the vessel sets sail. Stewards on board welcome everyone and show them to their cabins.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn. The majestic ship in front of you is bigger than you imagined.
That's not how the bow was, and why is the captain sailing the ship? The captain never drove the ship. It was always a sailor, with the wheel. And that's not how the back of the ship looked in the wheelhouse. It was all... I'll put a... You know what? You just Google it, what the wheelhouse looked like on Titanic.
You board the Titanic. Captain Edward Smith himself greets you.
And first class. No, I don't think so. Captain Smith greeted people. No, I don't think so.
Your trip will begin shortly. By the time the liner stops at Cherbourg in Queen...
Cherbourg. What is Cherbourg? It's Cherbourg. Southampton, Cherbourg, and Queenstown.
Oh.
Queenstown. It's just AI voice. You can't even pronounce Cherbourg. Listen to this.
Shortly. By the time the liner stops at Cherbourg.
That's just weird. Cherbourg.
In Queenstown. Over 2,200 passengers and crew will be on board.
No, 2,208, if I'm right. Yeah, 2,208. You know what? We'll use my website to check. 2,240 on board that night. The sinking. There you go. That's a little thing. So the 2,208 souls. So
Embarking on their transatlantic trip, the Titanic is ready to sail, and you
not that stupid AI. That is the worst animation of the Titanic I've ever seen in my life.
hear the horns from the deck as you wave good.
The horns went for the deck. It was a whistle. The whistle from the 3 horns, but only 3 horns and all 3 whistles. Yeah, the whistles blew.
Bye to the people below. But just a few minutes later,
That's not what a cabin looked like.
you hear panic rising on the deck. You run up to the railings to see what's going on. It's a
Are they gonna get the other ship getting dragged? The SS Norm. Was it the RMS? No, I think it was the SS. No, RMS New York. Yeah, RMS New York. Pulling, nearly crashing into the stern of the. No, it's the wires attaching it to the front. The wires attached to the ship to the dock broke free because of the propeller spinning, suction, and sucked the stern of the RMS New York into the RMS Titanic. Nearly collision.
another ship coming too close.
That's not what the RMS New York looked like. The RMS New York had 2 black and like little 2 white stripes. And no, that's just Google a picture of the RMS New York.
The side of it says
And it wasn't heading from the bow; it was heading for the stern. So like the stern and the stern like this. They nearly collision, but they imagined to turn the
SS City of New York.
SS City, New York. No, it was. I don't know. Check me on that, guys. Check me on that. Is it the RMS New York or the SS New York? But it wasn't. I don't think it had city in the name.
Titanic has barely left the dock, but it looks like there's about to be a collision.
That's not how the ship collided. It was always in the stern. You're doing false information to make, people believe.
The captain manages
Not the captain! It was not the captain who was driving the ship! It was a helmsman.
to steer clear of the other ship within
The captain ordered the ship to turn, quick actions of the captain and the helmsman. They managed to turn.
just a few feet. Phew, that was
Phew!
close. The ship
To turn the ship away from the SS New York or RMS New York.
is scheduled to arrive in New York a week later on
Was it a week? I don't know about
April
that.
17th. But
April 17th. Oh no.
that's only if things go according to plan. The weather is clear until Sunday the 14th.
Sunday the 14th. The weather was pretty good.
As the vessel crosses a cold front, it encounters huge waves and strong winds.
No. The ship didn't encounter strong waves and high winds. No. That's another. Why do you keep lying, Bright Side? It did not encounter huge waves. I've literally watched a timeline on Titanic by Historic Travels. Great YouTuber. Great timelines on it. And it didn't say anything about high winds.
That night is quiet but cold.
Why are you showing it's quiet but cold? You can see the stars. And yeah, the ship didn't have waves. When the ship was sailing, there was no waves.
The Titanic starts getting warnings from other ships about
And that's not how the ice field looked like. It wasn't all little small bits of iceberg. Around it was completely clear. Like they thought they could see from miles around in all directions.
drifting blocks of ice in the Grand Banks of
Icefield, they got all warnings in Icefield.
Newfoundland.
Wait, what?
Ships about drifting blocks of ice in the Grand Banks of Newfoundland.
I think it was.
But this time, the great ship doesn't continue to travel at full speed. Instead, the captain slows her down.
No. I don't think they actually slowed down the ice. I don't think they slowed down the ship. I think they pursued the ship at, full steam. But they did turn the ship more south. So the captain ordered the ship to turn on a south route instead of the route they were going.
He wants to make sure the lookouts will have plenty of time to spot any icebergs along
They did.
the way, even if it means arriving in New York behind schedule. It's 11:40 in the evening.
They didn't have binoculars! They did not have binoculars! If you saw my last video, yeah, it was my last video, about the binocular theory, you would understand.
Lookout Frederick Fleet spots a colossal
Yes! They got the name right! They got the name right! They got the name right! Woohoo! I knew they wouldn't get the name right, but they did.
iceberg right ahead. He immediately alerts the bridge.
He rang the bell. Oh! Is that the helmsman then?
The first officer tells the steersman to go
Helmsman, not steersman. It was a helmsman.
around the iceberg, and the rest
Hard to starboard.
of the crew members
Yeah.
must stop the engines right
I think they did stop the engines.
away. Everyone on board is working together to avoid the obstacle.
Not everyone on board. Most people were asleep, but it was all people they were trying take the precautions. He was turned.
But in this story, the
Why have we got the man just doing that with the steering wheel? They would have turned the thing.
steersman doesn't panic.
He doesn't panic.
He immediately turns the wheel.
Excuse me.
But in this story, the steersman
But in this story, but in the real life, yeah, the helmsman was he's got 2,000 passengers behind him, yeah, and he's controlling the ship. It's up to him to save the ship. Imagine all that pressure on you. That's a lot of pressure.
doesn't panic. He immediately turns the wheel the right direction away from the iceberg. Many
Hard starboard.
passengers have already been awoken by the commotion and
No.
jostling. Some go on the deck in
No.
their nightgowns and pajamas to
They didn't. I didn't know.
see what's going on. A few peek over
What is that Titanic? Ugh. Is that the same image
the
from
right
earlier?
side of the ship to get a closer look.
They did not They did not go outside. There was a few passengers on, outside at 11 o'clock for some reason. But they weren't. No, they wouldn't have been going out there just as they wouldn't be waking up.
And everyone else watch anxiously with white knuckle grips on the railing. The stress and cold make
I'm gonna literally. If you want to know how, it might have gone out, yeah, in other people's opinion, watch Ocean Liners Designs video on it, or Ocean Liners Designs on or Historic Travels. He made a new upload. From when I'm filming this, yeah, it was his newest upload, but it might have been a few uploads.
you shiver. You can't help but wonder if the Titanic will collide with the iceberg. It's getting
And that looks the exact same model as the helmsman.
closer and closer. Onlookers hold their breath. It's so quiet you could hear a pin drop. And then, within a mere inch, the ship slowly sails by the ice monster.
The ice.
There was no contact, no gap ripped in the hull hundreds of feet long that would allow water to
What was
flood
that?
into the lower compartments.
And that's just another horrible model of Titanic. I can't even notice this. It's just.
Everyone starts clapping and hugging each other. After doing all the necessary checks, the captain officially announces that everything is all right. He invites the passengers on the deck to come inside for a hot cup of tea.
No, I don't think they did. No, that wouldn't. I don't think that would happen. This is all fictional. This is fictional.
Before they go back to their cabins. You follow the group and see the captain leaving to go report the incident. He also alerts other ships in the North Atlantic to slow down and be on the lookout.
What is that?
Amongst those ships is the Carpathia. Nope, she continues on her course. No need to come to Titanic's rescue tonight. RMS Titanic finally reaches its destination on April 17, 1912. It's 8
Oh, it's a 9-minute video. Oh God.
hours late, but it's safe. Thousands of people come to the New York docks to admire the most luxurious ship
No. If they did, yeah, it would be on the second voyage, in Southampton, because then it would go out to the press, yeah. Then the Titanic missed an iceberg. What is that model of the Statue of Liberty.
in the world. It had a successful first voyage. Before getting off
Kind of successful.
the ship, some passengers exchange addresses to write letters to each other, like tennis players Richard Norris and Carl Baer.
I don't think they were on board the ship.
Both were on board the Titanic.
No, I don't think they were. Yeah, I don't know. Never heard of them
But
before.
this time, Norris didn't spend hours in the cold water of the North Atlantic trying to help other passengers, almost losing his legs to hypothermia.
You didn't need your legs to.
And Bear was never on a
What are those lifeboats? Is that meant to be a raft?
lifeboat with his girlfriend.
But it's, oh, for God's sake, I'm literally going to punch the screen in a minute. This is such a bad doc. Bright Side is rubbish.
Where he asked her to marry him.
Why? Would you want to ask someone when you like survive when you just survived a sinking of a ship, yeah? You want a lifeboat, yeah? And then the guy comes and like, will you marry me? I'm like, why? No, you disgusting. We're in the middle of the North Atlantic. We just want a ship sinking.
No, this time he did it with friends and family around.
Okay, that's better. Well, that's kind of better. But I think they could be fictional.
And they all celebrated the engagement. The two tennis players end up
I bet they're fictional.
playing their first match together later in 1912. Norris became one of the best players of his generation and won the Davis Cup
Like I say, I don't know any about these two guys.
5 times. Margaret Brown was going back
Yes! They talk about Margaret Brown! Yes, good. But I think they get the story right.
to the U.S. to see her sick grandchild.
Was it his grandchild? I think it was the grandchild. She did have a sick family in New York. But I think, was it his grandchild?
This time, she didn't have to help passengers get on lifeboats and never
What is wrong with you?
got on Lifeboat 6 herself. When Brown gets off the ship, she runs to her grandson's side.
This is rubbish.
This time, she never met the crew or the captain of the Carpathia to give them an honorary silver cup. She kept doing philanthropic work, but she never became known as the unsinkable Molly Brown.
But I don't know about that. But
Violet Jessup never liked the
Violet Jessup.
idea of sailing in the North Atlantic because she knew how bad
I don't think so. Check out for more information about Violet Jessup. Don't take their word. Search up Historic Travels Violet Jessup. You'll learn a lot better. And I might do a video on Violet Jessup.
the weather could be. She was cautious, having just survived a crash a few months earlier.
Why? I'll be doing that. And she was a passenger on board. She was a crew member on an Olympic. And the Olympic didn't sink backwards. Also, earlier in their mud, and I just realised this, they always show the ship sinking backwards.
It was on the Titanic sister ship, the Olympic.
Yeah.
But her friends convinced her to join the legendary ship's crew. This time, she was never called on deck to help passengers and never boarded Lifeboat 16. She continued working on the Titanic until her retirement, meaning
No, I think she got transferred. If the ship did not sink yet, I think she would have moved over to Britannic.
she was never taken on as a nurse of the Britannic. And in
She could have.
November 1915, it didn't become the third shipwreck Jessup would survive. Bandmaster Wallace Hartley went on the voyage to make new possible contacts for future work, but he kept playing to entertain passengers. This time, he never played music to a panicked crowd of people while the ship was sinking.
What is this? I hate. What is this animation and what is this? It's all
He
rubbish.
survives. He goes home to his fiancée,
I don't know he had a fiance. Yes, he did. I did watch something on that.
gets married, and starts a family. He continues entertaining people on the North Atlantic run. This time, his mourning fiancée never received his violin, and the historic Titanic memorabilia was never sold in 2013 for $1.7 million.
This
Bertha
horrible.
Main met the love of her life, Quig Baxter, in Brussels while he was traveling with his mother and sister. Baxter wanted to take Main with him, so he secretly booked her a cabin under the name Mrs. de Villiers. This time, he never had to guide his family to a lifeboat. His family met his girlfriend when they got off.
And also, why is the lifeboat being loaded with one stone? It was like 3.
The ship,
It was like 4.
not on lifeboat 6. This time, Baxter survived.
I hate this.
He returned to Canada with his girlfriend, and she never went back to Europe alone. Maine's nephew would never find a shoebox in her closet with memories from the Titanic.
I don't know what this is.
Dorothy Gibson was playing bridge that night with a couple of New York bankers.
I mean, you don't.
When she went back to her stateroom with her mother, she never heard that long, sickening crunch.
It wasn't a crunch. It was just a little vibrate like that. Okay, just stand up, yeah. Just imagine that. Can you see my camera moving? That's what it'd be like. Just a little shake like that.
Never got on lifeboat 7. And
It was lifeboat 6 now. It's like, I don't know what's
in May
going on. I'm so
1912,
confused.
she doesn't star in a movie about surviving the Titanic
There was a movie about
because
that,
there was no crash to survive.
there was a movie on that. There definitely was.
She went on to do great things, and she eventually moved to France with her mom.
Don't know.
In this hypothetical story, the Titanic went on to have a successful career. It was the most luxurious ship for many years to come.
No.
It did the North Atlantic run countless times, and it successfully delivered passengers and mail where they needed to go. After
She would be the most. If she did, yeah, if there'd be even more better ships than her, you'd have the a Britannic, and they might even be, be
25 years in service, the old liner was scrapped.
She would have been scrapped. I can
Another
tell you
large
that.
vessel replaced it. It had more room for lifeboats and a large enough deck for people to walk.
Well, hypothetically, after the Titanic they might have added more
and
lifeboats.
play. The White Star Line Company would eventually merge with their competitors. But this time, because their ships didn't sink, they made enough profit to continue going strong.
I don't know this
In
stuff.
1980,
They might have not even emerged.
the company would become a major airline. Their
I don't think so.
first trip was from Dublin to New
I don't know.
York. The plane was nicknamed Titanic in
I don't think so.
honor of the airline's historic ship. And this time, in 1985, the only thing oceanographers find at the bottom of the North Atlantic is corals, fish, and mollusks, and a rather large blue diamond necklace. Hold on. Nah. Just some broken large blue diamond necklace. Hold on. Nah. Just some broken blue glass. Never mind.
VR 360 video Titanic versus 4K. I can't do this anymore. Look here. What if Titanic missed the iceberg? These are videos you should watch. Okay. Good, that's over. Stay here for my final thoughts. Bright Side. Probably, in my opinion, one of the most worst channels in the world. Don't subscribe to them. Please don't, okay? You'll regret it for the days to come. Bright Side, in my opinion, just go. Just leave the face of the earth. Stop making videos. Don't talk about Titanic. But I did talk about the Blocker Theory, which is good. I've had it with these people. Oh yeah, this is a Britannic. This is a video, and their videos are in. I don't even do 4K. I do 4K, but they don't. That's not good. I give up on people getting back something from Titanic. Like, they barely got. I was barely even happened. So they get some. This is. You know, this is where scale is. They get some right, but they get loads more wrong. So it's, you know, if you balance it out, you know, they get more things wrong. Then get things like, it's like Hitler. Not comparing but right to Hitler, but like, Hitler did some good stuff and good, but he did a lot of bad things. So it's like that. Because like they get stuff wrong and, you know, but they get stuff right. So it's, they get more stuff wrong and they get stuff right. What is this video here? I've just looked. Wait, I need to do that for you. Titanic was meant to sink. Oh, streamed 5 years ago. If you want me to check that out, leave a comment. I give up on YouTube. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, do anything as long as it's nice. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.